Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube series and the World Class Championship Wrestling series. We move into July of 1983. The summer is certainly heating up here in World Class, and we'll cover the, second week, for lack of a better term, of the Reunion Arena show. Big times here in Dallas and the surrounding area as big matches here on tap this week. They've been building to them for a couple of months and paying it off over 2 weeks of television. Kamala versus Toriatsu, Mr. Mike Bond and Arman Hussein in a 3-on-1 handicap match managed by Skandor Akbar. This match goes about the way you'd expect it to go. Kamala is obviously victorious. He has a quick win over Yatsu, surprisingly quick for how much they'd pushed Yatsu, so kind of tells you the level of commitment they have to Kamala. And we have not really seen Kamala in challenging matches as of yet. A couple months in, and he certainly is dominant of everybody. And then we see Toriatsu get eliminated quickly by Kamala, more quick than I imagined. And then Arman Hussein runs away rather than face off against Kamala, leaving Mike Bond to fend for himself against the Ugandan giant. Bond obviously falls to the splash and all of that. Kamala hits multiple splashes post-match. Bruiser Brody makes his way out to the ring to clean up Bond, I guess. The announcers call Bond a friend of Brody's. I don't know how true that is, or whether that's just to put the angle over, or what that's about. But then we go to the Bruiser Brody promo. Brody, easy for me to say, more coherent than normal. Talks about being in Japan, hearing that Kerry needed help. He's got himself in over the head with the Freebirds, and he remembers 3 plus years ago, when Kerry was there for him, and he promises to be there for Kerry. Basically says he's happy to be home. Texas is his home, and happy to be here, happy to be making a difference. We move into something worth going out of your way to see. Actually, the final two matches on the program this week are worth going out of your way to see, as Harley Race, the now 7-time, I guess he had just won the championship for the 7th time, NWA heavyweight champion, versus Kevin Von Erich. The over-the-top rope rule has been waived for this match, as it was originally to be Flair and Von Erich. Referee David Manning holding that 10 pounds of gold, my favorite version of the NWA title, high for all to see. And we get underway. Again, Kevin and Harley have a history going back several years, because Harley had been such the leader for the NWA for several years. And so that's there. Kevin nails Harley with a beautiful drop kick early and goes immediately to that top rope, diving back across body. Gets a near fall, almost beats Harley. Harley kind of floats over and heads to the ground in a hurry. Harley Race masterful at making guys look good. There's a point where you actually believe that he may go out to a sleeper. Harley thrown over the top rope, but this is not a disqualification in this match, as mentioned before. And then Harley spends the next several minutes of the match working over the shoulder of Kevin Von Erich. Now, I think the idea is that, in fact, we're supposed to believe that maybe Kevin separates the shoulder or something like that. He does, however, hit a body scissors and many other offensive maneuvers before this. So they undertold the story a little bit in the sense of the vulnerability for Kevin. I think that was a bit of a mistake. Anyway, David makes his way out to check upon his brother. This does not go well, and again, several minutes of Harley working over the shoulder is a big part of the match. At one point, the referee talks about stopping the match and is looking to Kevin for counsel, Kevin actually shoves the referee away at a point, bringing David out of the back, and David just checking on his brother outside the ring. Harley, however, kicks at David Von Erich, and this brings David into the ring, causing the disqualification. David and Harley brawling quite a bit, obviously maybe around the end of the year or some other point. The plan is to go in the direction of David and Harley Race or David and Ric Flair, depending on when the next match takes place. Then we go to a preview of an interview with Michael Hayes, previewing the Hayes and Gordy tag team match with Brody and Kerry for the American Tag Team Championships, which is this week's main event of the evening. And as is to be expected, the crowd is certainly on their feet for Brody's return, as well as Kerry in general. I don't know how long Brody is scheduled to be in town, but he's here for a while. And Kerry really the star of the match. Brody is treated as kind of the brawling, I won't say afterthought, but certainly add on to the match. Kerry hangs with the Freebirds for quite a bit here, as is to be expected, and we kind of move forward throughout that process. Michael Hayes breaks Kerry down, and it really, you only see Brody come in near the close of the match. And Brody makes a couple of appearances during the 10-minute bout, but the majority of Brody is the end of the contest. We do actually see Michael Hayes get Brody down, which is surprising. Big, gigantic elbow drops and leg drops. Height from Michael Hayes, amazing. Brody not willing to take much of a backward step, though. Only lets himself beat down for about a minute and a half. Kerry blind tags himself in and a double team on the Freebirds with a drop kick. Brody goes to head to the outside, but all four men in the ring next. And obviously, amazingly, we actually see Brody pick up his partner and throw him backwards in a body slam-like motion, enabling Kerry to get the victory. And your new tag team champions, Kerry Von Erich and Bruiser Brody, I don't know if it closes the show, but it closes this show here on this week of World Class. And so stay with us for more action. Definitely a show, though, if you're not watching weekly, worth going out of your way to watch this for the angle-related stuff. In any event, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.